there? On your left.
I have to push him back.
These are my home, they're my cell phone, they're my phone number.
Hello. You broke the other till? You're like that.
I didn't do it. Extra large cream tea, strictly one side. Extra large, yeah?
You decided to smile today. You decided to smile again. We're making progress. And we got him to smile too. We're doing really well. Smiles seem to be in short supply lately, so I'm appreciating every instance that they arise. I don't think I've ever seen her smile. Do you ever smile?
No, not today.
So it's not just me?
No.
Okay. You want to be somewhere else today?
Hell yeah, like up there. Up there, honey, up there.
I can't understand why.
Maybe she's trying to give you a hint to take her on a date?
I don't know, some secret. What I would like is a large decaf tea, 2 creams, then I want a medium tea, regular, bag.
Bag tea, okay.
Don't put the,
Because my regular tea is
yeah, don't put the bag in. And a double milk.
double milk. With the bag on the side. Alright?
Then, each drink.
Yep.
I'll have one of them. You have a 20-pack of tidbits.
Yeah, I think I can make 20.
Okay.
Anything else?
She probably didn't want you to see that she was telling me where to go because she would rather be home barbecuing her really expensive beef.
That sounds okay with me.
Time to step in.
You ever been to Cozumel?
No.
Decaf.
Pretty good.
I can taste the steak, man. I can taste the steak.
So we're back on the steak again, are we?
Hell yeah.
I think there's a definite pattern forming here.
Rudy, one for yourself.
Oh, there's a Looney right there. You can have them.
If he had more fishing lures stuck in his hat, I might consider it.
I was never much on fishing.
No? With all this water?
My cottage is in Madawaska. I spent half my summers, like half the summer every year outside of Algonquin Park, but it was never about killing things. I saw a little too much of that.
Well, we don't kill things. We don't call fishing killing things. We call it sticking hooks in animals' mouths. I'm surprised PETA isn't onto that yet.
And the other one just put one
It's coming
bag
soon.
on the
Yeah.
side.
By the way, do you know what PETA means?
No.
People eating tasty animals.
Regular tea on the side. Don't put the bag in.
So,
She's the most guilty of that. She's got a freezer full of tasty animals apparently.
Telling lies.
oh, probably
As far as I'm informed, I'm telling the truth. And it's probably a really big freezer.
Yeah, it's pretty empty though. My freezer upstairs is full.
Were you worried yesterday when the power went out?
No.
Mine's still out. That's why I'm here earlier.
Oh.
And I was just starting to recover after the ice storm. 24 hours without power, and now it's gone again.
Yeah. Thanks, honey.
So, I was hoping it wasn't going to be out too long because then I would have to go buy a generator,
Yeah.
which I really did not want to do.
Was it out here?
Huh?
Was it out?
No, in town. Because I live in Assumption. So, on the west side of town.
Yeah.
So, when you come up to Lansdowne and the Old Keene Road, the lights were on, but anything west of that was like pitch
I
black.
was out for
Anything east of that
long
was
time.
fine.
So you know what it's like trying to recover when you're on well life? You have to start doing all your laundry and everybody's trying to bathe and then you're doing the catch-up thing for a number of days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I got most of my stuff done before the power went out.
I didn't. I thought I was going to do it this weekend.
Well, you are now. You got power.
So if people say I stink, tell them they're correct. Have a good day. Pleasure meeting you.
Hi there.
Well, she worked the afternoon shift, and he's working the night shift. They're trading on it. She'll be coming home. She would have had a busy day today with the weather. No, she went to the lake. We went there for one time.
Oh, did you? You wanted an ice cap, so I came back and got an ice cap. Got an ice cap. Wow. At least keep the bottle thing in my car. We got there before you heard.
No. Where we went for brunch. So they get some red like a cottage. Like a package of breakfast. Hang out for the weekend. No, I was on my way and I had to get this stuff arranged for the group. We like it. I don't know how much. But anyway, we'll find out. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ron. We knew we had to do it. Hoping it would last a few years.
It was cold last night with no power.
Yeah, we got no power.
Still out.
No kidding.
Where do you live?
Just outside Lakefield.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Place Bay is-
Lakefield Auto Wreckers, Coonsis? Just down the road from that.
Pikes Bay has 6 hydro poles laying across.
Oh, no way. That sucks for them.
Yeah, yeah. It's all blocked off.
Did anybody get hurt?
No. Just it'll be a while to fix those.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know if they fixed the line, they just took the tree off and put it
Whatever. Well, this week we're using our drive. Very tough. It's still down at the... There you go. No?
So you spent all night here, right?
I was thinking about it. Then I'd at least be able to see, but I wasn't sure that they had power here either.
Oh, well, maybe that's the last one before summer.
Mind if I open up the blinds? Let's see what is in here. My brother needs to. So the safety issue.
Sure, you can for a year?
Well, what do we got to do to get you to smile?
You gonna go in?
2 points for the honest answer.
Yeah, hi there.
You wouldn't be able to hold back at that point.
Yeah, it was something else. I was driving around in it.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was with like when I was in City about 6 years ago. It was like that. I don't know. You know, no rain, just came in.
it took out a few trees at the house. One of them cracked like a lightning crack.
Oh, there was a, oh yeah, it would make a lot. That's what I was wondering. Like, it was big tree, like spinning around, down, just up to me, and I shouldn't have known here, but it was cracking right in half. You know, I couldn't remember hearing it, but it was right on the line. It was on the lower line. I don't know if they have any major rockways. They like to kind of, you know, cut it down and take it off there. And it came right to the line. Like this.
Pardon?
Yes, Spruce Street.
Oh,
Just not really, I guess you could just pull it back up.
I seen a few trees in the woods, and I seen the black clumps of roots sticking up in the air in the woods. That's how I noticed them.
Because I think you could just pull it back up with the wind. But these were like, presidents going around the street.
If they do what I do when I go Christmas tree hunting, I just cut off the top. Then I'm not cutting down the tree, and it gets to regrow.
Yeah, I've done that.
And then later on down the road, you'll have an option of 3 or 4 or 5 tops to choose from.
Yeah, I did that myself.
That's never a good sign.
Except when the other flowers are all thin, you have to get up where the light is.
Yeah.
It's all thick. Just take it off there. Yeah, I've done that. I did it also. I couldn't find it.
It's not bad.
It was at my grandfather's place.
Still cheaper, even if you didn't have 2 acres.
Well, I don't like killing a tree, but sometimes I just miss the old days with the real tree. And these guys that want to sell you this spindly little tree for $50 is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, you know, to enjoy a little bit of winter and go for a walk and hunt down a tree brings back the memories.
Yeah, because I like the smell.
That too. That's probably the biggest part, actually.
Spruce Street. But they lose all the needles, don't they? All the needles fall. I remember.
But then the smell stays. Every time you use the vacuum, it's blowing out everywhere.
Yeah. I think we had pine trees all the time. Back in the day. And we did get spruce. I remember my mom got a spruce, but all the needles fell off, and so we started getting a pine tree. I haven't saw a real Christmas tree for a while. I don't think.
I'm the same way. They were the days. Pretty soon a Christmas tree farm is going to be a very valuable thing.
I planted trees.
Oh, did you?
I never went back. I wish I had maps. I'd go back and see where we planted, see if it will. I know I planted like 1,500 for my grandfather on his farm.
Jack Pines?
It was, I think it was white spruce and red pine. But they didn't, or any of them grew. You know what I mean? Like I think you gotta spray them or something. You gotta keep the grass away from it. And then if the roots aren't quite right, they'll sit there and be this high for like 10 years. I think something happens to the roots if you don't get the air. Dried out or something. But yeah, we didn't have very good success rate there. I wonder what it was. I imagine it was the future. grow, they probably, if it's good soil, they all grow, you know, like that.
Sure is.
Yeah, I never, I like get a map and go and check it out. It's like, must have planted about 5,000 trees, 6,000 each year.
They probably have a map because they would have calculated what areas had been planted and what areas needed to be planted.
It's gotta be on something.
I would think so. Not that I'm claiming to be an expert, and lots of stuff, you know, that you figure would be really isn't.
It's all around Lindsay.
But
It's all around Lake Road.
Oh.
One year I planted 2 places. I only worked 1 day. I got 1,100 trees. One day.
That's your daytime record?
Yeah, that was way above. Well, it depends on where you plant it. You get the shovel and you don't have to, usually bucket the trees very good. But if it's a good plant, and I can just put them in wherever, it's random plant, you don't have to go in a row. Yeah, that's right. Most of the UK planted 600 a day for when I was planting one around there.
Nowadays they got them little waste belt systems, and they probably got a plug cutter. I don't know for sure, but
Another time where they put little trees this big, this is one where they, you know, trees are about 12 and 30, you know, they're quite good sized trees. You put the shovel this way, and then like that, sideways, and then you pry out that way, and it's all like this, and then stick the tree down. So I put it back down. They wanted to use this element all the time, you know, where you make left here, and then you roll it back. But I don't know, I just stick with it. Of course, they didn't really stop it, you know, because the other one was way harder.
and a lot of the time the environment didn't want to cooperate because over there was where the rock was, so how did you make an L on top of a rock?
Yeah, well, yeah, you just move over a bit. But some places we didn't rock all the time, you know, like, or just, yeah, that's why maybe they don't get, yeah, if you have good land, I think they grow good, but if you have rocks and stuff, it's hard for the roots to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where they're vacant, you know, they could farm it, so it's vacant land, so it's maybe that good. Hopefully you're back on by now. I'm thinking of you, did they tell you?
No, I was thinking about checking that. I was actually going to just look, but there's no rush. The way I calculated it out, last time it went off at 7 in the morning and came on back on at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is almost 24 hours later. So I figure the way it works out this time, at about 4 o'clock this afternoon should be about the same time frame as last time.
Yeah, that's right.
So I figure I'm not going to start worrying about it until that point. There's nothing else I can do anyway, so I may as well just sit here and enjoy people, such as yourself. Unless you want to sit across the table from me and text me. I don't have a cell phone. We can't do that. Apparently that's a big thing now. I'm missing out on it. I don't carry a cell phone.
But I think I'll have to carry my shit when I eat things that much in our family. Otherwise, it's just somewhere else. Yeah, like, it seems like all kids go in contact with, I think, all constantly.
Yep.
So, I can, yeah, I don't really like it when I get it, but I'll read that, so I kind of get it back, I get it. I'm not And I only got maybe a phone call every week or something. Yeah, that's costing me like $45 a watch. You can't really say stuff in text. I mean, you wouldn't even say stuff, but
Doesn't have the tone.
but yeah, they can't tell whether you're, yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble texting.
I was trying to joke with you. Oh, I thought you were serious.
Yeah, or whatever, it just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah. We need to open up a course at Trent, Socialization 101.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids don't even have a dinner table anymore. You know, they don't worry about that.
What's in the tea talking about?
Yeah, because my son, I said, we gotta get a table, we don't really need one. Well, we still had one, but, yeah, the other conversation is gone right now.
But I had a lot of them.
Seems like it.
I stayed the week from last year, so I think
I don't know if they've realized it, but that's part of the reason I hung out here, started hanging out here. And I'm very mouthy and silly, but it's to get people to talk and interact and laugh and to live
some of it.
Yeah.
You know, we pay for
instead of being paranoid and afraid.
plane tickets and we pay for watching.
Yeah, well, that's some things too, I usually, as we get our company.
I definitely need it. I started spending too much time alone when I got into computers, when Windows 95 came out. I took computers prior to that, but it wasn't very interesting. Why would I want to, sit there for a month to make a calculator? No, I don't think so. So when it went to 32-bit and Windows 95 came out and the computer actually had capabilities, I got very interested. And I also had sleep issues. I'd, try and sleep and I'd lay there for 3 hours and I wouldn't go to sleep. So, which was basically my norm. So I started hanging out with people in Australia and New Zealand and that kind of thing. So it was always, I had somebody to talk to. And I started learning more about computers from them. So it became the most interesting thing in my life for a long time. But as you said, we're losing the socialization now. Well, I was losing socialization back then, and I realized that I had to get back to socializing. So I started coming out basically a year and a half ago now. I started hanging out here to start interacting with people publicly instead of just, typing back and forth. I spent a lot of time teaching people, especially university students, of how to use certain things on the computer. And I'm not educated at all. I'm self-taught. But in that, I would ask them questions, and they would go to school then, and they would ask their professors questions. So technically, I got to go to school all over the world. I hung out with Pixel. She was in Alaska. Boom was in university in Australia. It was that kind of Freaks. I didn't realize that Freaks was a boy at first. We started talking originally on ICQ, which Russia bought. Used to be Israeli. And then we just started talking originally, and then I got some pictures sent to me one day of a girl. So then at one point in time, we were hanging out in an IRC channel, and I told everybody, "Oh, you be nice. That's a pretty girl you're mouthing off at." And he got very offended and said, "I ain't no girl." And I says, "Well, who was sending me the pictures on ICQ?" And he's like, "Oh, my damn sister." She just slept into his room and was borrowing his computer and decided to fire up to the person that was online on the ICQ. But she was off at university at that point in time
But so really was guy.
With me, my
But I didn't know that for for about 3 years, I guess. I was thinking that it was a girl that I was interacting with. I thought I was really lucky and had found a girl that had the same interests as me. To end up being disappointed. His on name is. Oh, when I'm talking to people now, I think of that movie Gamer, where that overly large fellow is sitting in the wheelchair. And people get mad at me for always asking for pictures. And it's like, well, how else do you deal with somebody online and find out what they look like and who they are? And it's part of interaction. But some people have a real issue about pictures. As if, the most common comment I hear is some people have had their pictures used by other people, and they posted them on a profile or done something with them, so that's why they're leery. So they're afraid to actually socialize because everybody's supposed to be a bad person.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Yeah.
enormous
No way to find out.
We're lucky to be looking at as we get.
You get on there, you know,
Probably be harder to find.
where the site came from, or you get stuff that updates your phone, you know, from the company, or
We haven't yet.
and all these updates come in,
Yeah.
and you don't know why, and you can't tell them to ask why. I mean, there's no, they just throw the stuff at you, and there's no way you can respond to them, except for where you can do what they say, or try to get rid of them.
When those idiots call me on my phone, I torture them. I don't tell them to F off. I keep them on there as long as I can. The one time, remember when the Microsoft technicians were calling you all the time and telling you your computer was spreading a virus? I started keeping them online and talking to them. And the one poor guy, I fired up a Unix system. No, actually it was a Linux system. And it had wine, which allowed you to run EXEs. So I fired it up and used wine and did everything that he was telling me to do, but then he couldn't connect, and I was, giving him all the numbers and all the information and everything, and it wouldn't work for him. Well, he was trying to connect to a Windows system, which wasn't what I had. But I was getting all the data that he was looking for, and it wasn't working. He had a whole freaking group around him, and I could hear him talking back and forth with them. Well, here's the number, and blah, 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 and just the way he went, and it wasn't working, and that was about an hour into it.
Well, I just get rid of them. Where it says you got 29 viruses, I just get rid of them. I just ignore them. In fact, I don't even know if there's anything. I think a lot of these is screw at work and shit on computers. The reason you screws up. I don't know if I think the thing this breaks down, like anything else, this spin around. I mean, it's going to wear out after a while. I mean, like, you can't have a disc going down like this for forever.
I just switched to solid state because my disk was quitting, so I didn't want to lose everything.
Solid state computers, and a lot of them are solid state, like Android, they're solid state, right? So they should never wear out.
Yeah.
My else, I had a tablet for I don't know how long, it still worked the same as when I got it. 6 years. Whereas I got a laptop and then it was phone stock for 3 years.
I started getting away from laptops because the glide pads usually don't last for me. The rest of the system will be fine, but I can no longer move the mouse. Yeah.
They're like $600 to get in. So I was looking at it. And I don't even know why I just wanted, and then I was thinking of getting on the internet, like that man. So I said, well, get on there for about a week. I watch all the movies that I want, and then I can't find anything. And I spend the rest of the time looking around for something I for so far. It is nice to have them, even just cruising around, good stuff. But I find that on Netflix, I've watched everything after a couple months, that I want to watch. And now you're just
I quit watching TV years ago. When The Simpsons and Married with Children and that pig Roseanne became the norm, that was enough TV for me. And I finally got even with her about a year and a half ago. I got in a fight with her on Twitter.
who's that?
Roseanne.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I don't like her at all.
Excuse me, sir, you're being loud.
I do that occasionally. Haven't you noticed? You finally smiled.
Ma'am, trying to come sooner or later. Sorry, I know, be down there. My till is like, it's wounded.
I'm going to get one of those $1 million Monopoly bills and come and give it to you,
No, that don't work, honey. I want the real thing.
You didn't, that isn't stipulated in the contract. She's the reason that I chose to keep coming back here.
Yeah, I've been coming for years. All over the place. Yeah, I've had a lot of those things.
What kind of bagel?
Anyways, I guess that's what I'm talking to you.
Nice interacting with you as well. Hopefully. Have a good day. Here soon.
Right through. Here's your chocolate dip. It's like double chocolate, except it has white foam milk and chocolate drizzle on top instead of the chocolate. Okay?
Yes.
I had another one. Chocolate marble.
Just a girl. She's in the female's washroom.
Sorry, that shows broke.
Oh, okay.
When I go back, when I drive you two back, I'm going to take Tom. Take him for a drive. And then I'll have a little something. I just had a coffee. I was working all day. Coffee.
Okay, anything else? All right, so 1080 and
Yeah.
Lisa will take your cash, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Laura.
So what have you been doing? Fine, Dad. How are you?
Not bad, how are you?
You been going to day program? Yeah. Are you still sewing? Do you sew there? No. Yeah? Do you sew? Rest it.
Where are you going? That's right.
Lots and lots and lots of
Girls gotta get
I have a really big, the tree behind you. Oh yeah, I know. You know, I was worried about the big tree.
I came early just for you.
Really?
Hydro's out.
I haven't told her someone what time to go home yet.
Oh yeah. Where's your hiker still out? Where are you?
Coons' Auto Wrecker, right
yeah,
outside
yeah.
Lakeville.
Yeah.
Just towards the knife line from them, but on the other side. Basically, if you knew Mrs. Neal, right across from her house, well, her old house.
No. Is Coons still going?
It's still owned by the family.
Yeah.
They've got a metal drop off in the one side there.
Right.
Other than that, I don't like. I know they still have cars there, but I don't.
Well, the son. I mean, Harold died a long time ago, and the son had it with him. Harold had it, and he was the dad, and then the son has it. So.
I only knew Bill really well. I didn't know Harold very well.
Is Bill dead too?
I seen him a little while ago in the Home Hardware in Lakefield, so I don't think so.
That's the son.
Yeah, but as far as I know, I think it was Mike or maybe Chris that was living there now.
Yeah, they probably retired, and it's probably just sits.
I grew up with Scott.
So it probably is just sitting there. I don't think anybody's really running it. Not that it looks like anybody's running it. Yeah, Bill was the son. Like that.
I saw him and his wife at the Home Hardware.
Yeah, well, they'd be in their 70s probably.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome.
I used to hang out there with Scott and Jeff. I was the guy they tortured.
The what?
Tortured. They like to play rough.
Oh.
So when I was riding my bike, they would try and throw a stick through my spokes.
That's not good.
I was the one that kept doing it.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, well. There you go. Is it good? Is it good? Yeah? Next time, you want to go to...
I ran into a group here, and one of the fellows was a guy by the name of Calvin.
Yes.
Do you know that person?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I never knew where Calvin was at. I always just ran into him at the bar.
Oh, yes.
I got in a lot of fights because of him.
Yeah, he doesn't go there anymore.
Not that it was his fault.
I know. It's okay because, yeah, he doesn't do that. That's good.
Tim Burke was very negative the one time, and I said, "What are you being negative about? He's doing you a favor, man. The girls that push him away aren't worth knowing. It's the ones that dance with him that are worth talking to."
Yeah. Anyway, it's all said and done.
Well, Calvin was always fun. I enjoyed him.
Yeah, he is.
I missed him on the nights that he wasn't there. I never drank, so it was, having something to look at and watch.
Yeah, watch it. Thank goodness somebody looked at him. I think quite a few people looked out for him to keep him safe.
He was never bad. There was just the few occasional idiots that you had to worry about.
I know. It was scary. It's just as well.
I didn't know about that side of it.
Well, it's kind of scary. Like, you don't know. Downtown is not safe.
I understand it's getting ugly now.
And I wouldn't even go down there. I wouldn't even choose. If you want, you can come to Taylor. Have you ever been to or seen the cross? No. You could look at it maybe on the computer. And on the 9th, it's called It's put on a show. Like this, and they have music, and they do that. So if you want to do that, it's $10. I take her and Kathleen, and you want to go. You can just talk to them. Yeah. I'm working 3 Saturdays and 1 Saturday I'm working from home. Like that. That's pretty. Pretty color. Yeah. You have to find those words. Those words are there. Yeah. And they're there. I like crosswords. Yes, I know that. I like crosswords. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whale? Is it a whale? A whale? A whale.
I don't think I've seen you here before. I would have noticed you have a fun personality.
Oh, well, you know. So you lived in Lakefield? I used to work at Cork Bakery years ago.
I've probably seen you then.
Oh, you probably did, because I was there for 14 years, so yeah.
I rode my BMX bike all the
You
time.
probably did. And if you were hanging around the coons, you probably came in with them. No, it was Harold that used to come up with that stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, no, his son did.
Back then I ate chocolate, so I would have eaten eclairs.
Oh, yeah, we had that. They're still there.
I've been finding out how much I didn't know. I've been, just due to circumstance, I've been associating with Randy Wagstaff.
See, I don't know that many people in Lakefield. I just worked there and I lived somewhere else.
I tried asking him where he went to school. He said, I went to Ray School. And I went, no way, really? I thought it was closed, a lot sooner than that, a lot earlier than that. Didn't know it was open. So I've been learning how much I didn't know.
Yeah, the Ray School, didn't it just close like last year? And change into something else?
Oh, you mean Redpath?
Oh, yeah, maybe I'm thinking Redpath.
The school right across from your bakery.
Oh, that one. That's been closed for years.
He used to go to school there.
Oh, my God.
And I never knew that. I thought it would have been,
Oh, they've had the bakery there for years.
Yeah, and I thought it would have been...
The old Ray School,
I didn't realize that it had been operational that recent, because Randy's only a couple of years older than me.
Where did you go? Well, how old are you?
46. I'll be 47 this year.
So he went like 30 years ago? Did he go to school there 30 years ago?
Probably a little longer than that.
Okay.
I grew up at school with his sister. That's how he's comfortable talking to me. We opened a rapport because I went to school with Heidi.
Oh, there you go. Sure. Yeah. Is it good?
But yeah, because of the look of the building, I had thought it had been delinquent for a lot longer than that.
Oh, it's been rented a few times. It was used for lots of things the last few years. It was a gift shop. It was a lot of things for years.
I didn't see all that because I had transitioned to Peterborough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it's been rented. I don't know if it's been rented in Lakeview, but I know it was rented for a long time.
I'm finding out how much things have changed. Mr. Wilson moved. He's living down by Redpath now. He's not on the 9th line anymore.
Yeah, I don't know any of that area. Like I said, I worked there. I lived a little bit in Lakefield and it was in Peterborough, so I don't know. I don't know much about Lakefield.
Do you know what they did to the high school?
Well, they closed it, but other than that.
They leveled basically LDIS. That end is all gone. It's a parking lot now.
Oh. I don't know. No, because I don't go out there. I don't live there, so.
I don't know why they wouldn't have saved the gymnasium at least.
What are they going to do with it?
Some other, starts with a P, is using the property for whatever they're using it for.
Starts with a P?
Yeah.
Phoenix?
No, it's like PECA or something like that. I don't know.
I thought the public school was moving to there.
That's what I thought too, but apparently not.
Hi, can I help you? Anything else?
Where'd that go? You all finished?
Must have had a hole in the bottom. You better get her a new one.
You're full. No, she doesn't need one. You gonna take that home? Okay. Let's go. And I gotta come back with Tom. I'm gonna take Tom. All right, off we go. Off we go again, James.
It was a pleasure pestering you. Have a good day.
Okay. Oh, you have this one. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Safe travels.
Oh, yeah.
When are we going to get to meet this blow-up girlfriend of yours?
She's over there.
Oh, she's not fictitious. I was calling her a blow-up girlfriend because she said she was perfect, so I figured she must be inflatable. Irene,
Yeah? Yes? I can... Okay, do you want something? What is that?
that's my friend
Oh,
in...
from Sri Lanka.
Yes, that's her.
What's her name? Oh, Roshani.
I'm not lying to you. I really do have a friend in Sri Lanka. That's her.
Lanka. But she's speaking
I
different
was wondering-
language, I think. She's Sinhala.
Do you know that place?
Lives in Badula, yeah. That's a different area. They talk different language.
Oh,
Sinhala. We have only two languages in my country. One is...
I only talk English. She talks English to me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what you needed, eh? You don't need another language.
I never even bothered with French.
You speak French too?
No, I don't speak French.
I can speak.
I hung out in Quebec for a week the one time for skiing, and all of a sudden I started speaking backwards. I knew I had to get out of there. But I thought I'd let you know that I'm not a liar, that I really do know someone in Sri Lanka. Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, it makes you feel a little more homey. Instead of all the lying Canadians, you actually know an honest one now. I'll quit bugging you.
Who's delusioning him?
Are you talking to me?
I'm saying there's honest Canadians. Who's delusioning you?
Me.
Okay, as long as you're doing it to yourself, then
I told Irene that I know somebody from Sri Lanka, and I was proving that I do.
There you go.
So I'm not one of those salesmen that makes up a whole bunch of false stories. And this one actually smiled earlier.
Yeah, they do smile every now and then, like me. Just every now and then.
She's smiling again. It's a good day for smiles. I'll be back for some more smiles later. I'm chatty, by the way. I don't always just come for food.
Judy's in real estate, so I'm the gopher now.
Go for this, go for that.
Just were talking to Gary Brooker just recently. Was that right? They just looked behind him, Gary. Is that right? Yeah.
Enjoying retirement too.
Ron Garland passed away. Good, well, you're obviously doing well. You look great, so
Nice to see you.
keep up the good work.
Nice to
see you too.
That's good.
So did you just pay some girl to come and hang out so we couldn't call you a liar?
No, I'd be poor.
And then are we going straight to the house?
Not from the house. Because I'm not wearing
Everyone's gonna like look at us. Look at me.
Excuse me.
We don't even have to I'll just sit there and watch.
Well, for goodness sake, you're going to...
Excuse me, man, your sunglasses fell beside the table.
They have it here, which is a little hard concept.
No, like they updated the thing, so I don't know,
Well, we're lucky because a lot of people haven't got it yet. Our house is up on the hill. Pretty exposed, especially the upper level. We've been living there for 46 years. We've had a blast for 46 years. We will. I haven't had that, but I've had 2 face pictures. The first one, that was washing and all, okay, but the leaf wires kept going into a pretty different stuff and it was very hard to install, so they replaced it. I think they just wound the wires off and made it all jammed again. Oh, this one was about 5 years ago. The other one, I think, 2 years.
I was fine with it. Yeah, make sure I hope it's quite nice. Maybe start with.
Especially to go to jail. Take care. I didn't notice your
Pardon?
I said I didn't pay any attention.
Well, I looked over and I said, I'm sure that's
Is your dad gonna listen? Was he in what?
Because, what happened today, you guys not to him, but like, not
That's so stupid. That's such a stupid question.
So I have to explain this.
No.
I would only
Which one? Which one is it?
I would only I can't even remember. I was just like, I was really confused.
It gets to
My dad said he said if we can catch a bus and said this business
My mom hates everybody. She hates me.
She actually
She really like she was just like she was like I look at the picture. I could laugh. You call her and you
if I go to your mom, but oh, you know what?
when it gets to time, it's going to take a while to get here.
Well, actually, here's the stuff
so it's just me. I want an iced coffee, sorry. Nice to check this menu. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that'd be
Or small ice cap. Small ice cap. Sorry, sorry. Oh, no, she doesn't know how to make her wine. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
On the plate?
Alright.
Sure, I got a plate.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we are catching a coffee in our car. My parents are going to put that on the show ourselves.
It's on a plate. And very unnecessary. Take a look here.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
And I'm not even more part of the
I can't get over the plate. She was like, is it for here? And I was like, it's for me on the floor. I always get this. I've never got something that's for
I never asked them. I don't know if it's like. The power at my house came on like it came on. I mean, you already know what the hell this is, so that I could have power. Just on the last one, that deal was $1,400.
download the computer.
Yeah,
So you guys are going through like a whole.
not a whole together. The whole month.
Well, he knows more than you, but he's probably had this phone card for longer than you have.
Yeah. You guys like 3 days, right? This is like girls.
We'll need a try. Everybody.
I mean, you know how Lucy whines? And she cries because she knows it's a... Like last night it was like sitting on the floor with wrong, like wrong. And then last night, was it last night? No. It was, because they got it last night. So they said that when they got home with it, like, gave her a spoon down and said, you need to put a spoon in her bowl, like in the bowl like this, and you don't spoon out of the bowl.
Have you noticed how we get one of our dogs? Like he's
Here's a bite.
so like 7 things like the whack over his face.
Yeah, like I told you, like, when I was talking last night, he said that, when I was talking about it, it was like, they didn't think they were ready for a dog, but they... But they said as long as we had a trainer,
Yeah.